Welcome back to One Piece Anime Re-Review Part 29B. In case you're curious though, I'm getting pretty close to wrapping this up. Not like within like 10, 20 episodes. Oh no. Where I'm at right now, I have exactly 103 episodes left that I'm going to watch before I stop. Yep, 103. How long will it take? Probably about a couple weeks, maybe. Depends upon when I get a chance to watch my next anime. Okay, this one I'm discussing episodes 462 to 474. Yep. Yeah. We get a lot of fighting here, though stuff gets more crazier after this. Okay. We have the actual battle starting. And, like, everybody's, like, already, like, launched their attacks on the... Like, first we have Aokiji jumps out, tries to... Well, first you have, this of course after Whitebeard. Aokiji gets knocked into the water to freeze the water up. Though he's able to get out of it, no problem. We also have Kobe and Hippo. They try to run away from the battle, but they're stopped, and they don't want to go further because they see Akanu killing one of his subordinates for daring to flee. Last time I checked, that's still freaking murder, you jerk. Yeah, murdering somebody who dares to desert, that's not a crime you can easily kill. Just arrest him, not kill him. That's utterly stupid. Yeah, it's a good thing Akanu is probably by far the worst of all the admirals. And I will discuss more about what happens with him after this conflict is over with. And how stupid the world government is in the series to do what they do with it. Okay, so... We have the major fighting starting. Of course, everyone's like running across. Oars. Yeah, there's actually a creature named Oars. Shows up. He's referred to as Little Oars or Oars Jr. And he's no friend of Ace's. He says, oh yeah, I knew how to make this hat from Wano. Yes, another mention of Wano. I think it's the second time in the series that Wano's been mentioned, though it does not make a physical appearance just yet. And he basically gives Oars Jr. a hat for him to wear. And he shows, like, in flashback, apparently he can wear it when it's raining or when it's snowing. But he gets to the plaza, he gets very close to Ace. And it's taking multiple hits, he's knocked down. He's down for a good period of time. Everyone thinks he's dead. Of course, the person bringing him down, believe it or not, it's Doflamingo, who chops off his foot with his string. And then you have, Gecko Moria using one of his shadow abilities to basically pierce Oars' neck, but he's still not dead. Nope. He's just unconscious for about 10 episodes. No joke about that. And then, like, not long after that, and they look up in the sky. What's going in the sky? It's Luffy and his group coming down with a ship. They do explain this next episode that apparently when Aokiji froze the water, apparently froze the tidal wave they were on. And like, how the heck we get down here? And instead of like jumping out one way, they proceed to they jumped on the wrong side, kept breaking the ice. So them, along with the people, fly down. The ship crashes, and it gets destroyed. No way to use that ship now. And of course, it had to be Jinbei to save all the for users, saving not only Luffy, but also Crocodile, Buggy, Mr. 3, and Ivankov. He must have also saved Ivankov's friend too, though he doesn't basically appear in this, so he's out. So like, okay, and of course Luffy's like he's looking for Ace. Ace tells him to go home. He's like, no, you're still my brother, and also Son Goku outs Luffy. Outs the big secret that apparently, of course, Garp is like, what? What are you doing here, Luffy? Even he's shocked to see Luffy here. And he's like, yeah, meet the son of Dragon. The revolutionary. And everybody's shocked at that. And then we see Crocodile, sees Whitebeard, thinks so, I'm going to kill him. And lucky enough that Luffy stops him and says, oh, so you're Whitebeard. I heard Ace told me you want to become King of Pirates. You have to go through me first. I was like, what? He's like openly competing with Whitebeard over the title of King of Pirates. He just slams his thing down and he just smiles like, you're on. Yep, and he says the only reason why we're protecting him because he's Ace's friend. Despite the fact he's also his captain. And Crocodile tries multiple times to try to kill Whitebeard or all this, and then he eventually gives up. He runs to Doflamingo of all people. Yep. As for... Now, they usually have some of the Warlord doing some of the battling. Luffy briefly runs into Haka and Mihawk, who had also taken on a couple of people who were working for Ivankov, though he does fight him briefly. And then, of course, I think it's like the 4th Division captain who says he's the greatest swordsman in Whitebeard's crew. He proceeds to fight him. Yeah, he proceeds to fight him. And, well, they don't exactly show the resolution of this battle. They're just shown still fighting. Of course, Luffy runs to Gekko Moria. And he's almost stopped. But look, Jinbei is like, I'll be your opponent. And of course, he summons some zombies up. And of course, he's able to basically defeat him very easily thanks to using salt water. Cool. And of course, well, then we have Ivankov running into Bartholomew Kuma, which Luffy is like, you know him? Yeah, he's no friend of mine. I don't know why he's not talking to me. He's a bit of a silent type and firing lasers at him. And according to Doflamingo, which apparently Ivankov knows them, they don't really explain how the heck they know each other. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows each other by verification, but the thing is, when in the world these two met is never explained. In the case of Crocodile, it's meant they knew each other for years, so there's that. Kuma is kind of the same thing, but Doflamingo, how the heck these two even know each other is never explained. He explains, oh yeah, he's dead, and we're about to say the new era. Yeah, Doflamingo's stupid era is, according to Blackbeard, I even agree with him, his era is nothing more than a bunch of bullcrap. The era where dreams will end will never happen. And he really wants to end because he thinks because Doflamingo is so stupid. Yeah, he's that really freaking stupid how he's somewhat written. I don't blame how the anime writes him. You gotta put that blame on Oda, but that's how Doflamingo is. He basically only thinks by himself. Luffy does. This is where Luffy meets him. But here's the thing. After this battle, of course, he has a brief interaction with him. He doesn't see him again until Dressrosa. No joke. It takes him over 2 years to see him again. So yeah, a very brief encounter, and yet Trafalgar Law mentions this in the Punk Hazard arc, which I will get to in a later video. So he proceeds to run off, and then he's trapped by frickin' Smoker. And it almost looked like deja vu happened in Longtown. Of course, he also figured out. So that's why Dragon saved him. And then, like, who's gonna save this thing? It's last time he got pinned, like 3 times pinned down in this first half of the series. Twice by Smoker. First time he's saved by his father Dragon. The second time he's saved by Rayleigh. This time he's saved by the woman who loves him, Boa Hancock. She's like, "Oh, you made me so angry," and then she's like, "Thank you, Hancock." It's like, oh, he just blushes. Of course, he gives him the key, and then she proceeds to give her a hug. Almost looks like she's. Of course, they all think that he's smothering her. He really isn't. And then it's like you realize you can strip your lip, and she's like, and she just like, I look down. Of course, she's looking up, and she's like, "You can't do that to me. I'm too beautiful." And of course, all soldiers are like, "Yeah, you're right." And Smoker's like, he is not amused by Boa Hancock, and they briefly fight. Of course, this is one of 2 times she fights in these episodes actual Marines that fighting the Whitebeard pirates. They're like, "Oh, so wow, cause collateral damage." And she breaks Smoker's sword that he has. Yeah, the sword he's had since a long time. She breaks it. Don't worry, he does get another one, so don't worry about that. But this is one he's had since a long time. Yeah, then they have a thing where we need to cut the video feed, though Buggy, they cut almost all the feed except for where Buggy. Yeah, Buggy's little subplot is that, oh yeah, also Buggy apparently took time to change his clothes before he got here, and now he looks like a proper pirate captain, where he switched out the prison uniform for his usual shirt he's not wearing, and he basically takes the Marine cape, cross out the X, and he wears the Marine hat and cross out that too. So he's like steel transpires to make him look like a badass. Anchorage used himself as Buggy, and he used to work for our Gold Rogers crew, and his transponders actually active for pretty good period of time. Even if all they wanted was cut, and some people really wanted that transponders to cut because they didn't want to show the slaughter of pirates. And look how he did show it long enough just to see Whitebeard get freaking stabbed by one of his own men. Yeah, the reason for this is because the Navy lied to the person who stabbed Whitebeard. Whitebeard had basically forgiven him right away because he was manipulated. He knew he could figure it out right away. It's like, Son Goku, you crafty bastard. Because he knew that he lied. And of course, even Law, basically, who's in this arc, even he says, yeah. The whole thing about him basically betraying his crew, betraying his allies just to save his own skin. Yeah, that's nothing more than a big fat lie. Yeah, none of the pirates who actually are at Sabaody, because here's pirates at Sabaody. At this point, you have Law, you have Jewel, you have the Mad Monk, Captain Kidd's here, Killer, and Basil Hawkins. They're all here, and they don't buy the Navy's bullcrap at all. Yeah, of course, throughout this whole thing is lots of explosions, cracks in the ice. At one point, you have Whitebeard getting so angry, he basically tilts the whole freaking sea in the area. Everyone's shocked to see us, but don't worry, it's perfectly fine. And that one, of course, before the whole stabbing thing happened, we had a bunch of pacifistas show up. Yeah, it's a bunch of robots look like Bata and Makuma. They all show up and start basically eradicating Whitebeard's allies. Yeah, this is a plan by Son Goku to eradicate his allies from behind and trap the Whitebeard pirates. And it turns out that the Division Commander, I think he's the 4th, 5th one. It turns out that his crew was actually slaughtered by Gold Roger's crew. Why the heck would he do that for? I have no idea. Maybe it was a lie. Who knows? Let's see. Anything else? Oh, yes. They said episode, Luffy basically at one point falls in the water again after some explosion happened thanks to Akenu, who sees to fire a bunch of meteor fists at everybody. And Whitebeard's like, nah, I'm not taking this. Of course, he also decided to join the fight anyways. He briefly fights John Giant. And that's when he decides to tilt the seat in order to take the guy. It takes 2 big punches for him just to take down a giant like him. There's also a female giant here who looks like basically a giant-sized woman. Yeah, the thing with this woman is, Oda doesn't say who this woman is. She gets maybe a couple lines in the anime. And she gets she's never named at all. She's just some unnamed female giant that just happened to work for the war government. So basically, Saul was not the only giant who basically was one of the admirals. There were a bunch of them. Though Giant John looks kind of like a giantess version of a buccaneer. That's what he kind of looks like to me when he's dressed. And these episodes end with Luffy being thrown by Jinbei because first they actually they lifted these walls up, but they couldn't lift the one air wall because Oars was there, and then Oars just wakes up, and of course everyone's all shooting him, and then Kizaru is like, no, save bullets, I'll finish him off. And he's about to, then Luffy gets launched up there. And this episode ends with Luffy right in front of the 3 admirals. Well, not directly in front of, basically he's in the area where the Marines are. Because he's the first one to get up there. Thanks to Jinbei throwing him up there. Which is awesome. And that's pretty much it that I can think of. Of course, Son Goku tries many things try to kill the Whitebeard pirates. And that's... and also... Hancock, when she overhears that Dragon is Luffy's father, she has no problem with it at all. I mean, she doesn't care. She doesn't care if Luffy's father is the devil. She still loves him. Yep, that's Hancock for you. She doesn't care. I think the one person actually surprised was actually Gecko Moria. I mean, Kuma knew, so not surprised there. Doflamingo, no reaction from him. I think Hawkeye, it's implied he might have known, but it's never explicitly revealed. But I think the one person, if he actually knew about it, I'm sure he's probably heard of Dragon, but Doflamingo and Hawkeye, they don't really say anything. There's no major reaction from them about the revelation about Luffy's father being Dragon. Yeah, so that's it for single review. My next review of the newest episode, Fire Force. And then it'll be case closed and back to One Piece to discuss the last 15 episodes of this arc. Oh yeah, in case you're having the buggy, why his video feed cut out? Because Akiji froze him. Yeah. But until the next video, which will be Fire Force. Bye.